The Last Man. After 1,000 years of interplanetary travel, the human race spreads throughout the planets and stars, colonizing and inhabiting all the worlds of the entire Milky Way galaxy. But what menace from outer space suddenly strikes this far-flung empire of Earth? Why does only aching silence greet Dan Vickerson? And what monstrous mockery of the universe is it that makes him the Last Man? In the murky depths of the Pacific Ocean, a strange mechanical monster chugs its way through the fantastic reaches of the sea bottom. 7 miles beneath the sea. What a weird, watery wonderland. No day or night down here. I almost forgot to keep my calendar up to date. Let's see, I've been down a week now. The pilot of this odd machine is Dan Vickerson, Marine Explorer. Suddenly, a sea serpent! That critter has the power to crush a battleship like an eggshell. Hope this electro bolt can handle him. Phew, that was close. Hello, surface contact? Dan Vickerson reporting. Hello, hello. No answer. That's queer. Can't raise them at all. What's wrong up there? The undersea explorer takes such hazards in his stride. Soon after, however, he becomes aware of the first ominous inkling of a grim mystery. I broke all undersea records. Looks like a big reception ready for me. What an honor. Dead. All dead. What in the universe happened to them? Yes, a reception awaits the Marine Columbus. A very strange reception. Could it be poison gas? If so, it's mostly gone by now. I'll borrow this rocket ship and report at the nearest city. Later. The city too. Lifeless. Great stars, did war break out? Is this the work of a ruthless enemy? While I was safe under the sea, that gas cloud struck. Has everyone on Earth been destroyed? After landing, Dan's mind staggers as he realizes it was more than a mere war. Speeding around Earth, Dan's worst fears are realized. Every city on Earth the same. The poison gas got everybody. The whole world is a vast, silent tomb. Not a living soul anywhere. But I can't fly to all corners of the Earth. Radio is the answer. Somewhere, somebody else must be alive, saved as I was by a fickleness of fate. The power, run by automatic machinery, is still on here at the Intergalaxy Network. Hello, hello, this is Dan Vickerson. Isn't anybody else alive? Please answer. Please, please. An eternity of silence passes. Then the final, fearful truth blasts over him. I'm the last man alive on Earth. The last man. The end of the human race. What will become of me? Hello, Dan Vickerson. I picked up your call. Hello? Hello? A voice. Someone's trying to contact me. Dan Vickerson calling. Thank heaven another human is alive. Where are you? I'm in the Terran City Museum. My name is Betty Riston. You must come here immediately. Please. Minutes later, Dan Vickerson's rocket ship is zooming westward. Terran City should be somewhere in this vicinity. Ah, there it is. I'll be at the museum in 10 minutes. Shortly afterward, at the Terran City Museum. Miss Riston, how fortunate you're still alive. How did you survive the poison gas? I was examining that ancient time capsule when the gas cloud spread. I had to make this room airtight to prevent the aged manuscripts in the capsule from disintegrating until I sprayed them with a plastic film. Naturally, I wore a gas mask to breathe. That time capsule is from the 20th century, 1,000 years ago, and this partial record states that a strange reservoir of the future exists here, deep underground. The reservoir of the future was built by a wise man of the 20th century who prophesied disaster for the human race. The rest of the manuscript has crumbled, but I could make out a few more lines explaining that this reservoir is hidden far below this museum. According to the document, it is the greatest treasure on Earth. We must find it. It may mean the greatest treasure in the world. How very interesting, sister. Wha? Who are you? I'm Shep Rankin, boss of the Interspace Crime Syndicate. That treasure you just spoke about sounds mighty inviting. Lead the way. We're going with you. Wait a minute. How did you survive the gas attack? Because I started it, that's how. We only intended to wipe out Terran City, but the poisonous vapors got out of control and covered the whole Earth. Of course, me and my boys were safe. We took precautions. We heard about a secret chamber under the museum, the greatest treasure on Earth, the girl says. That's what we figured. Now lead the way, chums. I've never been down here before. It was always forbidden. Keep walking. We'll find that hidden room if we have to tear the whole place apart. Once we find the treasure, me and my boys will go to Mars and live like kings. Look, a fence and a sentry box. By the planets, that must be it. The secret room should lie just beyond. See that steel door? We found it. We found the hidden chamber. Let's go, boys. Betty, wait. Don't follow. This is our chance to escape. They're so excited, they've forgotten us completely. Beyond this door, we'll find the secret that has been guarded so carefully for centuries. Stop stalling, boss. Turn the handle and let's go in. Suddenly, as the gangster leader opens the door, ah! Oh, what was that? Great Scott, the whole end of the tunnel has been blown apart. Let's go back. Oh, how horrible. The door must have been booby-trapped. Shep Rankin and his men were destroyed by their own greed, and by the very treasure they sought so desperately. Oh, Dan, there's no one left now. Only the two of us. Maybe that's the way it was meant to be, Betty. Even if this world had remained as it was, I would have found you. As Dan and Betty enter the hidden chamber, the fantastic sight greets their wondering eyes. Look, the reservoir of the future. And those fools who destroyed the Earth thought they'd find gold and diamonds. It's utterly fantastic. Human forms preserved like mummies. Looks like this is an ancient deep freeze. The cold had no chance to escape from this solid rock for 1,000 years. Brr. Why, these are all young kids, boys and girls. But why did the ancients of the 20th century hide these bodies in such a perfect state of preservation? Dan gets a startling answer. Hello, I'm Johnny. Great planets, he's alive. Then they're all in a state of suspended animation. With the other boys' help, Dan and Betty hastily revive the others and hear their amazing story. Oh, those wars were terrible. Buildings falling, people getting killed. I was so afraid. But then a nice old man took me to a dark place. These other kids were there. Then he put us to sleep. You woke us up, and here we are. What a strange and wonderful twist of fate. The atomic wars did not end mankind as the scientists feared, and the kids were forgotten here. But now they will save the human race from extinction after all. Little did that sage know how important his work was. The world is ours, and someday these children will grow up and rule the entire world. Gee, you mean everybody else is dead? Yes, Johnny, but don't you worry. Fortunately, Dan and I are here, and we'll see that all you children are well taken care of. The band of youngsters march forth, the new hope of the human race. Yes, the world was destroyed by greed, Johnny. Man, with his overpowering ambition, almost succeeded in destroying himself. But this is a new beginning for all of us, Betty. These children are dedicated to the future. And you're right, you and me will devote our lives to them. We'll work to build a clean, new world based on freedom and real peace. Maybe this time, Earth people will succeed.